permissible. It's permissible. And Allah knows best. That's in brief.
Initials SA from Ottawa, Canada. How can the angels write down us having the intention of doing a good deed, but not actually performing it? Do the angels have the knowledge of us in our minds?
Repeat the question.
How can the angels write down us having the intention of doing a good deed, but not actually performing it? Do the angels have the knowledge of what's in our mind?
First and foremost is there is no how when it comes to the unseen. Because when you ask the question how, that means you're comparing. You're comparing. You're making a comparison to something that you already know or think. How can they do this? Because we can't. Or because such and such and such and such. So there's no how. That's first and foremost. Secondly is, when a person thinks about doing a good deed, إِذَا هَمَّ, when a person has a hem is not just a sheer thought of something. Rather, hem is a thought and an intention that is borderline decisiveness. Borderline decisiveness. Everybody clear on this? وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ وَهَمَّ بِهَا لَوْلَا رَأَى بُرْهَانَ رَبِّهِ. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He said about Yusuf alayhi salam and about that woman, that powerful, beautiful woman. He says, وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ. Indeed, she thought of him. وَهَمَّ بِهَا. And he thought of her. If it wasn't for the fact that he saw the clear signs of his Lord. So therefore, it wasn't just the sheer thought of her thinking about Yusuf and how handsome he is and how young he is and how he's a foreigner and how he's my slave and my servant in my household. It wasn't the sheer thought that she's a beautiful, rich, influential, powerful woman and I'm a servant and I'm lost from my family and I'm in her household. It wasn't just the sheer thought. It's the hem. Is that it was what? A serious thought. And it was borderline towards the last and final stage of al-azm, in which a person is totally decisive, I'm going to do it. And then they walk towards the act and something prevents them from doing it. That's a different story. And hem, thinking about it, is a different what? It's not just the idea popping up in your head. It's a bit stronger. There are different levels. There's a khatira. Khatarat is something that comes upon your bal, your mind, and it goes away. And it is something that you give a relative amount of what? Thought to. And it's borderline. And then there's the last stage of al-azm, resolve. And then last but not least, there's action unless you're prevented therefrom. So therefore, for a person to think about doing a good deed and to ponder over it and reflect over it, that in itself is a type of action. That's an action of the heart. That's a what? That's an action of the heart. Everybody understand this? Let alone the fact that there are certain things of the ghaib that Allah Azza wa Jalla gives certain angels the ability to know about. And it doesn't mean that they know all of the unseen. It doesn't mean they know all of the ghaib. Brother, the ghaib is of different levels. If I ask you right now, what's going on right now, let's say in Sicily. What are the people doing in Sicily right now, the island of Sicily? You say, I don't know. I'm not there. Another person says, I know exactly what they're doing in Palermo, so on and so forth. This person is doing that, this person is doing that. You say, you know the unseen? Only Allah knows the unseen. You have jinn? He says, no. Someone told me, someone informed me. That's unseen, which is relative. It's unseen to you, but it's seen to me because somebody sent me information about what's going on there. So there's different levels of ghaib. There's different levels of what? Of ghaib. Certain things are unseen and unknown only to Allah. Period. And there are other things by angels or jinn or human beings that are known in certain instances by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission. And Allah knows best.